Hello everyone, my name is ATP and welcome back to another episode of our Testing Indicators series. In this series, I introduce you to new indicators and test them across thousands of trades, exploring different timeframes and assets to discover their real profitability. Today, we'll be analyzing and testing a smoother version of the SSL channel with the assistance of ChatGPT. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and let's get started. So let's start by adding the usual SSL channel indicator to our TradingView charts. First, click on Indicators, then type SSL channel and you'll find some versions you can use. And basically, they are all the same, so I will click on the first one. By definition, the SSL channel is a technical trading indicator used to identify trends by combining elements of the stochastic oscillator and the simple moving average. This indicator consists of two main components, the SSL up, the green line, and the SSL down, the red one. Both lines are calculated based on the highest high and the lowest low of a specific period, 10 by default. Traders then use the crossing of these two lines to enter in positions. When the SSL up crosses above the SSL down, it is usually considered a buy signal, and when the opposite happens, it is considered a sell signal. However, upon closer analysis of this indicator, you may notice that it reacts very quickly to price changes and produces many fake entry signals, being in this way inefficient in the long term. Of course, you can adjust its settings to make it somewhat smoother, but even then, it may be not sufficient. Therefore, in an attempt to improve its performance, I will use ChatGPT to provide me with advice and insights. As such, here's the message I sent to the chat, where I asked how can I modify the SSL channel calculation method to make it smoother, and its response was quite straightforward. To enhance the SSL channel indicator for smoother performance and fewer false signals, consider replacing the simple moving average with a smoothed moving average. A smoothed moving average typically responds more smoothly to price changes, potentially reducing noise and false signals. And ChatGPT even provided me with a Python code. Therefore, I will test this idea. If I search for SSL channel with SMMA on TradingView, there isn't such an indicator available. Thus, I will code it myself. I will create a new indicator and code an SSL channel with this calculation method, and I will be right back. The code is already created, but I just remembered that there might be other settings more suitable than the default 10 and 10. So I asked ChatGPT about it and it answered me that 13 and 21 are good options. It justified this by saying that it provides a balance between responsiveness and smoothness. They are widely accepted settings and they reduce false signals. Therefore, these will be the settings I will use in my new indicator, the smoothed SSL channel. To make it different from the usual one, I changed the color from the SSL up to yellow and the one from the SSL down to blue. And by looking at some examples, this new indicator appears to be very precise. But to confirm it, we'll need to properly backtest it. Before we proceed, I would like to share that if you are interested in trying out this new version of the SSL channel indicator, I will share its code on my free Discord community. Simply join our Discord through the link provided in the description, navigate to the free materials channel, and there you will find the code for the smoothed SSL channel indicator. Open up the note, copy the code, and then on TradingView, open the Pine editor, select New Indicator, paste the code and save it. Finally, click on Add to Chart and that's it. You will have the indicator working with the right settings of 13 and 21, as suggested by ChatGPT. If you find this free indicator helpful, show your support by subscribing and hitting the like button. So let's now test this new indicator. As usual, to do this, we need three things. First, the technical system, second, the risk management rules, and third, the testing conditions. Regarding the testing conditions, they are always the same, so I can compare the different indicators I test fairly and efficiently. So I will backtest the smoothed SSL channel in 3 different time frames: the 30 minutes, the 1 hour and the daily one. Then on every time frame I will use the data sample from 2022 and 2023 with an efficient and diverse portfolio of assets from different markets, which are Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, 3 currency pairs, gold, oil, the S&P 500 index and the Apple stock. For the risk management, I will use the same method as in all the other episodes by using the ATR bands indicator. To know more about it, you can check the previous episode regarding the squeeze momentum indicator. And finally, regarding the technical system, in addition to the smoothed SSL channel, I will also use a 200 period exponential moving average as a baseline to filter out losing signals from the indicator. Here you have an example of a long position where the price is above the 200 period exponential moving average, and here we have a short trade example where the price is below the baseline. And in short, these are our backtest conditions. Let's now see how the new SSL channel will perform. As usual, I will use my indicators testing bot to perform the backtests in a simple, quick and efficient way. To do this, I just need to go to the Indicators tab again, search for ATP Premium Indicators Testing Bot and add it to my charts. With this tool, I can test both individual indicators and complete strategies, customizing everything from data samples and trading sessions to risk management and even the indicators I want to test. Currently, you have 60 indicators available for testing with trigger, exit, volume and baseline functions, but every week new indicators are added. And yes, you can also use this innovative trading tool. In addition to me, dozens of traders also use it and the feedback has been amazing. To learn more about it, you just need to access the indicators ranking link, which is in the first comment down below, and then click here. After selecting all the conditions we defined earlier, the smoothed SSL channel and the 200 period exponential moving average with the confirmation function, you can see that the trading bot not only displays every valid trade on the charts, but also gives me the monthly results on this table and the overall statistics about each asset I want to backtest down below on the Strategy Tester tab. And because I have the premium TradingView plan, I can download all the trades the bot takes, and that's what I'm going to do to create the trading journals. I will speed up the backtest, but you can slow it down in the YouTube settings. I'll see you in a minute. After inserting all the trades into my trading journal, I got an analysis of about 8,000 trades across the 3 different time frames. In the 30-minute one, after more than 4,800 trades, it achieved a win rate of 48.48% and a net profit of 84%. Here you can check other metrics and also the results of every single asset. And by looking at the equity chart, we can verify that in this time frame, this indicator was profitable but very inconsistent. Next, in the 1 hour time frame, after 3,000 trades, the indicator achieved a win rate of about 48.35% and a small net profit of 24%. Again, here you can find other metrics and also the results from every asset. Looking at the equity chart, it was, one more time, profitable but very inconsistent. And finally, on the daily time frame, after 125 trades, the indicator achieved a win rate of 51.20% and a net profit of 21%. As such, even by making the SSL channel smoother, it failed on achieving efficient results. Looking at our asset tables, I would say that maybe this indicator works best in the stock market. But please keep in mind that these results are based on the specific conditions and settings I used for this test. If you change the conditions, settings or even the assets, your results may change. So always test your strategies before putting them in practice. In our ranking sheet, I believe the smoothed SSL channel's place is here. as these indicators in general perform more consistently or they add a time frame where they were quite stronger. As such, the purple cloud will continue to be our top indicator tested so far, and you can watch the corresponding video here. If you have ideas for indicators to test in future videos, don't forget to share them in the comments or in my free Discord community. Also, if you enjoyed seeing my working methods and would like to work one-on-one with me to enhance your trading skills and become a better trader, you can see all my available services on my website, algotradepro.org. And before we finish, I would like to inform you that for both trading and investments, I use XTB, which is not only the safest broker I know, but also offers me the most advantages such as zero commissions up to 100,000 euros of monthly volumes. All links with more information are in the description. And that's it. Be well, thank you, and I see you in the next episode.